What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. On this episode, we are going to stop working on cars. We're going to start construction. So last episode, guys, we worked on the DeLorean. We got the front end all situated. We got everything squared away. But this episode, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to shift gears a little bit. What do you think, Chris? Do you think the shop is too small?
Definitely.
Yeah, it is pretty tight quarters. With 3 cars in here, it's just kind of gotten a little extreme. So I'm going to head outside and show you guys exactly what we have going on. So this is a perspective I don't really show you guys that much, only because I'm super nervous about it, but a good friend of mine told me, you know what, honesty is the best policy. So this is the shop. It is a pole barn that we converted into my shop space. Now originally we were thinking about just doing these 2 bays to be able to get the shop kind of going, and then eventually get a bigger shop in town and just bend the knee to actually having a rental space, which lately has gotten more and more expensive. So around this time last year, we built out this side of the barn. Now this used to be horse stalls, and this side of the shop actually looked just like this side of the shop. We had to pour the entire pad. We had to install the garage doors. We built a loft, finished out all the walls, and got the AC installed. Now we're gonna do that exact same process on this side, but I want this to be long-term projects. You know, most of the time cars are built on jack stands, just like the DeLorean that's in there. So we don't really need a whole lot of room when it comes to having like a lift and stuff like that, because lifts take up a lot of space. To better facilitate the bigger projects that are happening in 2024, we're going to have to expand. And this makes a lot more sense as opposed to going and renting a building, and we certainly are not going to buy one because they're in the millions of dollars right now. Most likely the DeLorean is going to be finished up on the west wing, we'll call it, and we also have a really spicy project, guys, that's coming up, and I cannot wait to show you what we have cooking for 2024. It's just going to be wild. So without further ado, we have some work we have to do, obviously. All right, guys, we got our crushed up concrete load that just got delivered, and we're gonna be using this for the driveway. So we're gonna be extending our driveway from the normal 2 bays that we had before, which is this right here. And then we're gonna be laying out this entire area here. And the reason we're doing that is we're gonna create a completely new space to be able to reorganize everything in the barn. Now we're gonna be waiting for some more dirt, another load of dirt that's gonna be coming. And that's actually gonna work as our base for the concrete slab. When you're pouring a concrete slab, you need a certain type of dirt to be able to lay the slab on top of. If you just use regular like topsoil like this, the slab will actually crack. It'll settle and it won't be right. So I'll show you a little bit more once that dirt shows up, and then we'll start reorganizing. All right, guys, we got the RV out and we got so much room for activities. You getting excited? Yep. Yeah, right. Well, we're leaving the air compressor for last. We're gonna end up putting this on the other side of the wall. So we're gonna have to extend the power and probably run the air line out the wall that way. But for right now, we're going to be getting this thing prepped for our base. So this is the new sand that just got dropped off. So this is gonna compress really nice. What's gonna end up happening is my father-in-law is gonna come in with the old Kubota, start dumping in the corners all around, and then he's going to actually get it nice and flat all the way across, and then eventually he'll use this little laser level good thing, and he'll be making little plotters all around to make sure this thing is nice and laser straight. Once that's done, we run the compactor over it one more time, and then it's pretty much ready for the concrete pour. All right, guys, first phase is done. We got our sand base down. So So this is actually going to act as a moisture barrier for the concrete. We not only put the sand down, we leveled it with a compactor, but we also checked it with like a depth meter. So you just stick it in the ground, all these different areas to make sure this is nice and flat. Once you get this nice and flat, then all you have to do is just make sure you have some sort of a form where the concrete can lay against. In our case, we're going to do a 6-inch slab, because the 6-inch slabs are more for industrial use, so I can put a lift in or whatever I want in the future. So in this instance, all we have to do is put 1, 2, so across the front here, and then obviously I have some work to do on these walls. Now, in order to close this all in, we have a whole other slew of work we have to do. So we're going to head up to Orlando actually and grab the garage door for this opening here, because we're going to be closing this side up. And then when I get back, we're going to start building our walls out. I'm going to do the exterior walls first, and then once the slab is poured, then we'll do the interior walls. So before I get too ahead of myself, let's go head to Orlando to grab our garage door. All right, we got our garage door safe and sound back at the shop. But before we install that thing, we have a lot of work to do. The reason I got that early on is because I would have to wait 5 to 6 weeks for the same exact door if I just didn't go get it right then and there, because that was the last one in stock. So right now, Chris is on the other side of the wall, taking all the screws out of these 2x4x12. We're gonna be actually removing every 4 feet all of these boards. We're going to remove this upper section here. So we're going to be using outside plywood that's pressure treated and has the little slots in it for stucco. And then we also going to have to put new house wrap. So this stuff right here is called house wrap. And this is what keeps the moisture out of your walls. And this stuff is more than gold. They want so much stinking money for this crap, I can't believe it. What we're going to do is we're removing all the boards right now. And then we're going to go ahead and run over to the old hardware store, grab some wood so that we can start doing the exterior wall. All right, we got our walls open and ready to be sheeted. So we went over to the Depot of Home and got ourselves some exterior sheeting. So it's got these grooves in it so that we can do some stucco later. It matches the exterior siding that we already have. But what we're gonna do first is we're gonna do this house wrap, they call it. So we're gonna start from this corner, gonna go all the way around and over to that corner over there. And we're gonna leave this wall to the last minute so that we're not obscuring the truck and the pour, so they can come on here and pour the pad up. So we're gonna go ahead and do the house wrap first. I'm gonna start nailing all the sheets of plywood up all the way around. So we pretty much have everything buttoned up on the outside of the building. As you can see, we still have our house wrap hanging down. Gonna cut all that back. We finished up the faucet up here, the faucet. What the heck's that called? The fascia? I don't know. There's probably some guys in the comment section that's gonna rip me to shreds. That area right there, we go ahead and button that up as well. We got this all buttoned up, all situated. This is all gonna get backfilled with some dirt at the bottom down there. And then I'm gonna finish it out with some metal drip edge to be able to just button all this up on the bottom. The concrete is done, and I just wanted to give you my first reaction walking through the door into the addition. Look at this. So much room for activities. It is absolutely insane. So the concrete's done. They were here till 11 o'clock last night getting this all smoothed out. And you kind of see the difference between the smooth finish and just a brushed finish with like a, I think they just use a broom. So obviously we have outside walls, but we do not have inside walls. And we also have this big wall here. Drop a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think should go on this wall. I'm thinking graffiti or maybe even a cool neon sign up there, but something needs to happen with this big blank canvas. So next thing we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be doing our 2x6s, building our inner walls, and then we're gonna be doing drywall, similar to what's on the other side. And we also have one big hole in the roof right here that we have to patch. So there's like metal roofing supply place that's local that we have to do. Oh, and we also have to finish out our outer wall right here to get this all closed in, to get ready for the garage door that's going right here. That's gonna be very similar to our roll-up doors that are on the other side. So first things first, we're gonna make a little Home Depot run, get some wood for our inner walls, and start throwing them up. All right, so we got our inside walls almost buttoned up, and this has strengthened this thing up so much. So we did a 4-foot gap, a 4-foot spread to cover our drywall pieces, and then we went ahead and did every 2 feet on our verticals and horizontals, well, horizontals that is, and we tied in our poles. So this is how you close in your pole barn. We're only going 8 foot up. We're gonna stop up there, create like a little shelf. So this is all done. Chris is over here buttoning this one up. Obviously, we're missing some outside walls. So we're gonna put 2 more sheets out here. That'll pretty much get the exterior of the building pretty much buttoned up. Once we finish up our inner wall here, we'll be able to drywall this all in, and then we'll put our garage door in. We have our roll-up door that we have to do. All right, Chris, what are we doing?
About to die.
About to die? So I don't want to wait because I'm impatient. So what we're gonna do is we got our rails up, we got our lag bolts in, and we got our door. The doorway is probably like maybe 300, no, probably 200 pounds. So the idea is we're going to pull the element in, put the door on top of the element, roll it forward. Then we're gonna climb on top of the element, and then we're gonna get it. All we have to do is we have to get these pegs up on those guys right there. So yeah, we can slide those on first. Yeah, and then these things bolt into these angle brackets. And then all we have to do is undo this wrapping. And then I think we have to counterclock it once to tighten the clock spring. And then you just feed it into the track and boom, you got a roll-up door. So fingers crossed, I'm sure nothing bad could happen. It's in! We got a door! It was easy, right? It wasn't sketch at all. Check this bad boy out though. Oh yeah. Jeez, smooth as silk. Boom. Look at that. Look at all the room for activities. So we got 3 doors, guys. 1, 2, 3. Alright guys, for those of you who have made it to the end of the video, it's time to show you the shop expansion in all of its glory. Check it out. Chris, what are you doing? We're not supposed to be working in here yet. Anyway guys, we got all our drywall hung, our lights are in. This side is so much brighter than the other side, it's not even funny. As you can see, Chris is working on something very unconventional that we do here. Looks like some sort of, what is this?
It's a V8.
It's a V8. Yeah, so this is obviously a Porsche engine for our buddy Danny.
Not a V8.
It's not a V8, no. This is, hopefully we got some turbos on this. So we got a lot of big things in the work, guys. So we have our buddy Danny, we're gonna be doing a 911 with him. Obviously we're prepping the engine right now for some future episodes. We also have a car coming from overseas. It's more of the exotic persuasion, so can't wait to show you that. We also have to get some of the cars shuffled, and we also have a brand new DeLorean build we're gonna be starting very soon. It's gonna be my personal race car that we're gonna be trying to do some really cool things with. And I'm sick of seeing it sitting out in the yard and not doing anything, collecting dust. But we obviously have a lot more work we have to do inside here. The electrical system is pretty much done, so we have some power. The air lines have to be finished being ran, and we're also gonna insulate the roof to keep us out of this super hot Florida heat because it's gonna get crazy brutal soon. So thanks for watching, guys. We're going to be jumping on the other side of the shop probably the next couple episodes, but we'll also be incorporating some stuff over here. But we just wanted to show you exactly what was going on with the shop because big things are happening for this year. So thanks a lot for you guys for your support for the channel so far. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you on the next one.